Holy cow, we're live on the internet. Guys, what's up? Great to see you. We got a lot to talk about today. Crypto's ready. You know, crypto's dumping this week because the Fed's going to cut the rates this week. You think the stock markets give a shit? No. We got that to talk about. Got a lot of charts. We got a lot to get through, a lot of stories, a lot of big things for Ethereum and Solana and just Avalanche. We got a lot of stuff, okay? All right. Let's get into it. Answering your questions second half of the stream. Make sure you stick around. It's going to be a damn good time. So, take a look at this. This is the NASDAQ 100. New all-time highs yesterday. Fantastic. S&P 500. New all-time highs yesterday. Also fantastic. Good job, stocks. Good job. Nick, what's up, man? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Look, crypto, it's fine. It's fine. We people come to the most volatile asset class on the planet and expect it to act like stock indexes. You'll be sorely disappointed every time. That's not the game we're playing here, okay? The good thing is that crypto is ready to pump when we get the rate cuts. Now, maybe it's going to be a short-term sell the news or whatever. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. I'm not playing that short-term game. Trying to have bigger swings here with my portfolio and my trading positions and stuff like that. It's fine, okay? But stocks are signaling right now that they're not really worried about all this stuff. Maybe crypto's already had its sell the news, buy the rumor, sell the news, and when we get rate cuts, we pump. Maybe we front run the stocks a little bit. Don't know. We'll see. But the fact that stocks are showing a lot of strength in the lead up to this makes me think that the current crypto lack of new all-time highs is just temporary. Okay. Face melting gains. What's up, Daz? Yes. Gains so big, you'll just be able to buy a new face. Fantastic. We're going to open up a new trade here, I think, today on stream, later in the stream for Sui. We'll get to that TA in a few minutes. Pengu trade still open. A little bit of profits given back and unrealized P&L. Still chilling. I still think this is going to have a nice bounce. We'll talk about the TA for that in a few minutes. Solana trade still chilling here as well. Guys, if you want to trade me, join me trading over on BitUnix. All you have to do, use the link down below, sign up. No KYC, no VPN available to anyone, anywhere. That's you. You can trade over here on BitUnix. So, look, never been a better time to long the rips, short the dips, all that kind of stuff here on BitUnix. I'm doing most of my futures trading at these days, actually. Don't do that much trading every single week. Just kind of look for interesting setups and, try not to overtrade. It's one of my things. Try not to overtrade, Lark. Anyway, besides the point. If you want to sign up, link down below. It's going to get you 30% off your trading fees. It's going to get you a $400 deposit bonus. When you deposit $2,000 or more, you get insane trading bonus. The more you trade, the more money to put back in your account. And you get to go into the lottery to win $1,000 every live stream. So we have 895 people up for this giveaway. So let's give away some money. Grok's going to choose the numbers here for us, excluding, of course, previous winners. Can't win twice. Oh, that was quick. Was that? Oh, Grok's working good today, man. 454 and 750. Here we go. 750 is. Oh, that's scary. Look at that. Put in $100, man. Got $500 back. Congratulations. 5x'd your $100 deposit. Nice. I guess you got $20 back for your $100 deposit too. So you got $520. Good stuff. User ID 931934191. Of course, you have to go check your user ID. We're not sharing people's email addresses. I know you go check. But anyway, if you won, your deposit bonus will be there in the next 24 hours. Okay. And 750. The other winner was 454. 454. Where's oh, interesting. Here we go. Look at this guy. Nice. Deposited $2,084. Got his $400 deposit bonus. Got another $500 back. It's almost half your money back just for making a deposit. That's crazy, man. Good stuff. Congratulations to today's winners. Of course, user ID 997286147. Congrats. Let's get back into the news. Of course, join us tomorrow for going another $1,000. Mark Antonio says, don't think the story's got enough attention. What we're seeing on ETH is troubling. Unclear how a network that takes 45 days to return assets can serve as a suitable candidate to power the next era of global capital markets. Shots fired, of course. He's the head of DeFi over at Galaxy. boy, I bought a nice little stack of Galaxy stocks last week. Hope that goes pretty well. Anyway, these guys are bullish on Solana, but it's true. We've talked about this before. I mean, this has been one of my many criticisms of Ethereum over time, all right? That exit queue, man, at the top is going to be brutal. So if you're staking your ETH, it's not even that busy right now. We have a 45-day exit queue. Big spike today on the exit queue. 2.6 million ETH are going to have to wait 45 days to unstake. Now, there's a lot more ETH going out than's coming in over the next 45 days. It's also not awesome, meaning a lot of people might be looking to take profits. Someone, Tom Lee, we're looking at you, buddy. Tom, got to buy 1 million ETH in the next 2 months. Come on, ETH. Let's pump, buddy. Ethereum is pulled back to this zone right here, which is our zone of interest. 20-day EMA retest yesterday. Now, I'm not opening up a new position on Ethereum here or anything, but it's definitely a very interesting spot. I think as long as it defends the 20-day EMA and wicks into but bounces out of this area right here, which was the resistance here at 4,500 bucks, 20-day EMA right here, as long as we maintain that trend and keep bouncing off the 20-day EMA, that the next major move up will be just around the corner. Lose 20-day EMA and might have to go through some more BS before we get a nice breakout to new highs here for ETH. I guess that exit queue isn't helping, is it? Pepe, key Ethereum beta that has not really acted as Ethereum beta, unfortunately. Sometimes you just got to bet on the alpha. Anyway, still think that when Pepe breaks this triangle, it's going to be a monstrous move. I did add a little bit more Pepe over the last few days to an existing bag. It's going to break out. Hold the line, Lark. Hold the line. Don't buy more pump with your Pepe, okay? Just chill out, man. Athena has come back down to an interesting price point here. Now, I remember I was saying over here when it was like 85 cents. Like, I'm going to keep an eye on Athena, see what happens. See a big pullback. Now, we've had all this big news come out. This is what happens every time. You get all this big news come out, and then a few days later, it forgets about it and sells it all off, right? They buy the rumor and then sell the news, or buy the news and then sell the news, whatever. Either way, it works. Interesting spot right here. You can see coming back down to this area of previous price resistance here, bouncing in that area. Now, if it pulls back any further, that's a much deeper pullback. But the good thing overall right now with Athena is that's maintaining the overall uptrend, right, of putting in higher lows and higher highs. So as long as it keeps doing that and that this price doesn't go under 60 cents, then we're Gucci, okay? Crypto investors have the attention span of a 5-year-old. It's only going to get worse with pump fund streams, man. It's only going to get worse. Oh, buddy. Yeah. If a coin does not make me $1 bajillion in 10 seconds, it's a scam. Obviously. Base. Hey, base users. That's most of you guys. Holy shit. They're probably going to do a token. Now, after telling us for years that they're not going to do a token, they might be doing a token. Now, if that's the case, if you, like me, have been using Base on a regular basis for the last few years, you're probably going to get a nice little airdrop at some point. What Base will be worth when it comes out, I think it's got to be worth dramatically more than all the other layer 2s out there. Goodness gracious, it's literally the most used layer 2. So we want to see Base come out and have a total market cap of, you know, $10, $20 billion or something like that. It's got the user base to justify that. I just hope that it's not a complete useless governance token if they do launch it. You know, that's the problem. See, I was looking at the Linea token today, and I don't know. I finally got around to claiming my Linea airdrop. Forgot about it, actually. $1,000, whatever. Great. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. If this doesn't do anything, it's not great. At least with Linea said they're going to burn 80% of their daily chain revenue to buy back and burn the token. Now, right now, that's an irrelevant number. Not that many people are using Linea. It's about $40,000 a day that will be bought back at current rates. That's 1% of the fully diluted valuation every year. It's not great. You need to get those numbers up. If they're doing $500,000 a day, $1 million a day, shit, then we're talking. Then Linea is bullish, man. Right now, yeah. Lark, been watching your videos lately. You never spoke about. You must have asked this a very long time ago. I sold my NEAR 6 months ago at least. I think I sold it back when markets were shit, and I was just consolidating positions. So I haven't held NEAR in quite a while. But remind me in a few minutes. We'll take a look at the chart. We're going through the main news here first, but just wanted to to let you know. I don't hold it. If you ever want to see my portfolio disclosures, what I do hold, right down here, portfolio disclosures. All of my holdings are there. If you ever want to know, does Lark hold this coin? He hasn't mentioned in a while. Look there. If it's not there, I don't hold it. Okay. So that's one. You also find a risk statement down there because investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. Past performance is not equated to future returns, and you should never invest more than you can afford to lose. No, but seriously. Anyway, this could be really great. I hope you've been using Base a lot. I have been. So I hope you guys have too. And I hope that you get a great airdrop when the time comes. Now, until that time, the best bet on Base and Base's success is, of course, Aerodrome. Okay. Black Moon coins. I cannot tell you what to do with your money, man. I cannot tell you what to do with your coins. The one thing that I can say is that XRP is currently worth $170 billion. And Aerodrome is worth about $1 billion, something like that. One of these has massive revenue. The other does not. One is Aerodrome has the massive revenue. XRP is really this banking on that the Ripple team nails this future of RWAs and stable coins and CBDCs and banking collaborations, all that kind of stuff. Maybe that happens. And they absolutely, rip and go to $30. And I've just not been bullish enough on XRP. But my intuition would say there's probably more upside for Aerodrome versus XRP this cycle. But it is a highly inflationary coin, which has had issues over time. Now, again, you got to make your own decision what to buy and sell, right? Not here to tell you what to do. But they're different coins. They do different things. One's an app, one's a chain, all that kind of stuff. But overall, I think you have a lot more upside potential for XRP. Doesn't mean you can't bet on majors, though. I bet on majors, or I've got Solana and Bitcoin and stuff like that. And I understand that they're not going to make as much money as gambling on some of the lower cap stuff. Quick, ask a question about Cardano to get him off XRP. Adam, what's up, brother? How you doing? Nice to see you, man. We gotta have a call soon. Gotta have a call soon. Be fun. Lark's been smoking base for a while. Oh yeah, man. We've been smoking the base, brother. Anyway, continuing. So the best betas for a base season, which could be driven by a base token, Aerodrome, virtuals, which is in a downtrend. See, base is in a nice Aerodrome, is in a nice uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, keeps grinding. Next move for Aerodrome probably brings up like $2 or something like that. Virtual, not quite the case. It's been in a downtrend for a while here. It's been a pretty brutal chart, but it's probably the best sort of AI agent bet on really any blockchain, I think, right now, and certainly on the base blockchain. You could also look at Brett, the meme coin, did TA for that yesterday, so we're not going to get back into that today, but those are probably some of your better bets. I know there's a new perp dex out called Avantis. Now, I faded when I saw people first talking about it. I was like, perp dex on base, backed by Peter Thiel. Yeah, Peter Thiel backs a lot of stuff. And it doesn't have a very compelling model. It's just kind of a governance token right now. It gets you a discount on fees and stuff like that. But, it's proved to be popular enough so far. And I think there has been proposals to switch on some kind of burn mechanism in the future, potentially. I don't know. But that might be a good bet too. Again, I'm not making recommendations here. I'm just saying, my opinion on kind of what could or could not be interesting ways to get exposure to the broader base ecosystem, sort of in different verticals. So AI, perps, DEX, the primary DEX, of course, and liquidity protocol, which is Aerodrome, the biggest meme, kind of stuff. Okay, continue. We got a lot to get through here. Pantera Capital, we're proud to co-lead a $500 million pipe into Helios with Summer Capital launched the preeminent Solana-backed treasury vehicle. We believe that this will unlock capital markets across access and accelerate Solana's adoption globally. Another $500 million. Let's go. Boom. Yes. Pantera Capital founder says they currently hold $1.1 billion in Solana. Now, Pantera Capital, in case you guys don't know, these guys are just the OGs in the crypto VC space. I mean, they were out there raising like $1 billion to buy Bitcoin, was like $100 or some shit like that. Their Bitcoin fund has returned absolutely crazy stuff here. Oh, hi, Nikolai. What are you doing, buddy? You want to come say hi to all the people on the internet? He's going to play with your car down there? Okay, Nikolai came to join the stream. You got to go and say hi to all the people on the internet? Look, there's 2,000 people here. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi, internet people. Come on, I'll be right back, guys. Let's take you back out here, okay? Thank you for coming to visit. How'd you sneak in here? How'd you sneak in here? Yes, just my video. That was very sneaky of him. Oh, I didn't even hear him come in the door. He's just there. Oh my gosh, Nikolai's here. Anyway, the Pantera Capital guys, these guys know, okay? These guys know. They have a good sense for getting into shit early. Solana still has a lot of stuff left, okay? A lot of stuff, a lot of future left. Now, continuing. Yeah, Nikolai came to join the stream today, guys. Anyway, yeah, imagine joining streams with anybody there. Lark's just gone. He's just streaming. It's Pantera Capital, Bitcoin to the moon, basically. Yeah, anyway, they also see Bitcoin reaching 750K within 4 to 5 years. I agree. I concur. This fits my bias, so I'll take it. Curb Soul, lots of buy pressure incoming for Solana. 2 digital asset treasury companies hitting the open market, 4 others accumulating, 9 ETFs to be approved. Yes. Yes. If we see Solana come back down to 222 and you missed this initial breakout, that's the point to look for an entry, okay, in my opinion. Currently, my bags are packed. If it comes back down here, I might just smash by a little bit more, Let's see. Pump. Can we have a first red candle in a few days? Gosh, it needs one, to be honest. Can we just get a pullback of some kind of level? Pull back to the previous highs? That'd be at least something. Come on, Pump. You can't just go straight up forever, man. Holy cow. Creeker Monster, what is up? Mommy, why is Daddy talking to himself? Anyway, I think previous all-time highs makes sense for a pullback on Pump. Any move back to the 20-day EMA, which it has not retested in a very long time, since the 1st of September. And it will, guys. Any pullback to the 20-day EMA, probably a buying opportunity for any late comers looking to get a position. There's always entries, and there's always another train leaving the station, guys, okay? Pangu has had a pretty deep pullback. Whenever I should move my stop up to break even, just in case. Anyway, currently sitting at 20-day EMA, which is totally cool, fine, and normal, okay? It's fine. It's fine. If we see a nice bounce here from this, then next move up could be like up to 4.2 cents, for example. Okay, so as long as it defends the 20-day EMA and establishes this as a new uptrend, we're Gucci, baby. We got it. We got it, okay? That's what we're watching for right here, right now. Bitwise filed with the SEC to launch an Avalanche ETF. I think this is the 4th AVAX ETF filing. AVAX, finally, good news is actually seeing the price move up, currently at $30. Not bad. Man, that was a rough hold through there. The amount of times I've just considered completely nuking my AVAX bags, and I still might, honestly, even at $30 is massive underperformance compared to other stuff recently. But maybe finally market wakes up to, at least it has good metrics, unlike some blockchains, which shall not be named. And Sui, check us out. Sui's sitting in a giant triangle here, man. And we're coming to the resolution of this triangle. I know. I could draw it like that, but I'm not. I'm drawing it like this, okay? That's how we're drawing. It's got more touch points. Look, whether you want to say it's going to be here or here, see, it's only got one touch point up here, which makes you think that's sort of just the fake out moment there, where he's actually have a lot more touch points in here. Anyway, regardless, we've got a good uptrend in play here. Has started to falter a little bit recently, so we need to see the Sui bulls step up to the plate here and take a good hard swing. So what I'm thinking, if we zoom in a little bit, obviously if we do break out from this, by the way, it's a gargantuan move potentially brewing for Sui here. Sui was one of the most popular coins of the cycle. I could see it picking that mantle back up again. I mean, this is, I don't know, maybe that's too bullish of a price prediction, but that's the technical target here, man, from this triangle breakout is like a lot higher. Anyway, besides the point. So whether we go up here to, $7 or whatever, let's see. But yeah, so far we have not got the breakout. Okay, it's still consolidating. Now, I'm going to throw a small trade in here. Not the world's highest conviction trade, but what I'm trading this on is the basis that we had a 20-day EMA breakout. We came back up to hit this sort of downtrend line here. And what have we come back to? The 20-day EMA. So I'm going to put in a trade here based on the idea that the 20-day EMA is going to find some kind of relevance here. We're going to put the stop loss in just down here at about 345 approximately. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up that trade. We'll just do a market buy because it's right around where I want to have it at right now. We're risking about 10K on this trade. Stop loss in at 3.45. So I have not put a take profit target in on this yet. I want to see if it actually starts moving or not. If it does, then we break out here. Then we'll start thinking about that. Let's see if we can actually time this as a an entry here or not. Hopefully 20-day EMA holds. If it doesn't, then the stop loss is put in down here below yesterday's low. And if that fails to hold, we probably go back a bit lower. Okay, so that's the idea anyway. Okay, gosh darn it. 21 minutes. Let's get into it. So, guys, what do you want to talk about today? Get your red light hats out, everybody. Let's go. Got the boss ready. Let's hydrate. Boom. Lark with hat activated. What platform are you trading on? That's BitUnix, of course. As we talk about all the time, it's BitUnix. The link down below if you want to go check it out. Lark, when are you calling it a day on your Aptos bags? Man, the underperformance of Aptos has been pretty legendary recently. I feel like it had this great narrative potential. And look, I do not think Aptos is done, but damn, it has been stuck for a while, much like AVAX was. To be fair, let me bring it up here. Aptos and OKX, that's a good one. Oh, as a wonky chart over in OKX. Let me find a bit better one. Coinbase show much better chart. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Brutal downtrend here for Aptos. And it's really just been at the bottom of the range here for a while and just not loving that at all. Not great price action. They got a lot of RWAs, they got a lot of stablecoins, they got a lot of users, all that kind of stuff, but still, that short-term price action is not looking fancy. You know, if I had sold this the other day and bought pump, I'd be up 200%. Instead, I'm still just break even, basically. It's kind of why I've kept my Aptos bag so far, is it's kind of around break even, so it's massive underperformance though, man. You know, and I look at Aptos and Avalanche, and I've really whittled down my total number of layer one blockchains that I've invested in. You know, I've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Aptos, Avalanche, Sui, and Theta. And I feel like I need some more like OG DeFi or some more AI or something like that. Don't know. I think we'll do some swapping around. Too much layer one blockchain exposure, too little exposure to some other stuff, okay? Don't care about the price. Gonna hold because tech is phenomenal. That's, you know, this is the thing. Aptos is technically a very robust blockchain. That's why I'm still holding on to it, man. When AVAX pumps like ETH is officially altcoin season, gosh, it feels like it, man. That's going to be like the end of the end times, you know? Lark, don't ignore the whole list. What are your thoughts on these? First two, if you don't answer, okay. Kita, I cope on because we looked at it when it was, I don't know, much lower market cap. And I was kind of like, could have sold my AVAX for it. No, anyway, it went up like, I don't know, massively from there. TARS AI, no real opinion on it. Haven't really looked at it very much. Yeah, don't know. 0x0, no opinion. PAL, look, it's a good AI coin. I've exited my position on it. How much they're going to get success from here? I mean, they've as an AI coin, they've got a lot that they've got going for them, right? Just don't know. I felt like, take the money, put it into something else, trying to consolidate my positions. And that's why if I do buy another position, it's going to have to be from exiting something else, something that I have less faith in it performing well in the future, right? So I'm going to buy an Athena position. That means I'm going to have to like axe my AVAX position or something like that. I can't let my portfolio bloat up. It's just too much to deal with. And I was underperforming to let that happen. Jupiter, damn Jupiter, damn. You know, Jupiter has been a very hard hold, you know, from all the Libra coin bullshit and they've got all these great products. They got Jupiter Lend and the perp stacks and the aggregators and all this stuff. But the buybacks that they've been doing have been okay, but they have not been sufficient enough to really push the price. That's the thing. Jupiter does buybacks, right? For their litter box, which is locked up for 3 years. But that's still 3 years from now, us problem. Whether they burn that between now and then remains to be seen. But they're doing all these buybacks. The problem is the buybacks have not been to a strong enough degree to push the price like it has been with pump and hype. Plume had a nice run. It's funny, I sold my Plume, bought Pump, which they're both up about the same amount, so it's kind of a wash. Doesn't really matter what I make money on. Making the money, who cares? As an RWA player, obviously they're starting to get some attention again. I didn't sell them because they were a bad RWA coin or something like that. I think it's probably decent as a potential for an RWA play with a lowish market cap, right? Redstone, no idea. I haven't heard of it. Maybe I have heard of it. I've seen somebody mention, but I have no idea what the hell it is. I need some Athena in my life. I know, I'm thinking about it. It's good stablecoin exposure, right? Not like ways to get stablecoin exposure. I feel like Circle remains dramatically overvalued, even at its current price. I know it's pulled back from $300. It went down 60% back to almost $100, 110, 120, something like that. I still feel like it's massively overvalued, to be honest. Yeah. Say right now is in some nice profits. I feel like, I don't know. So far, I haven't really considered cutting that one, but I might. I don't know. Maybe I don't really need any other layer one blockchains. I should take that money and put it into DeFi and RWA stuff, higher potential return stuff. But yeah, anyway, I like Athena. I think that Athena's got some pretty interesting potential as a stablecoin provider. We'll see. I think when I've got so much PTSD from 2022 when I initially saw Athena and their stablecoin, is like, oh no, it's going to be Terra Luna all over again. And, you know, still might be. But anyway, it's a later us problem. I think it's an interesting way to get exposure because you can't really get exposure to stablecoins. That's the problem. Stablecoins, the most successful use case basically ever, except maybe, you know, putting people in cages on pump.fun or whatever. No, seriously, stablecoins, the best use case ever for crypto. And it's really, really, really hard to get exposure. I know that there has been some private equity rounds for some of the stablecoin providers and stuff like that back in the day. Circle's a publicly traded stock, and obviously people like it, but the numbers versus especially when you start getting rate cuts, the numbers get even worse. So yeah, but Athena is going to have Athena doesn't depend on rate cuts. It's interesting. Again, I might bag myself some of that, but we'll see. Rose, man, you know, Rose is such a complicated relationship with Rose. I've been into that coin multiple times. Keep trying to believe in the vision, but the fact of the matter is that just people aren't really doing anything on Oasis Network. You know, for all of their great tech and whatever, like kind of nobody's really cared, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it'd be nice to see them take off and have this big sort of like, okay, we're going to go to the moon now. And this is Oasis Sapphire. What do they have with two networks now? Is it Oasis Emerald? I don't know. They both look horrific. Let me just bring this up here for you. This is Oasis Emerald. I'm not even sure the hell the difference is, but that's back in 2022 had a few $100 million on it. Now it's utterly dead. I think they switched over to Oasis something else. Is Oasis Sapphire? I think that's the new one, isn't it? Still not great. I mean, this is the total value locked in DeFi. $4 million. I mean, gosh darn, man. Not much is happening over here. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty damn dead chain right there. Hey, Cardano holders, look. Cardano's looking pretty damn good compared to the metrics on Oasis, okay? We're just going to say that. All right. D-Bridge. Oh, yeah, if you haven't used D-Bridge, man, that's Sue. Yes, completely agree. D-Bridge is the way to move assets across chains. It's so fast. It's so easy. When are you doing a pump live? Thought about it. There, by the way, public service announcement. There have been a bunch of fake Lark coins popping up on pump.fun. I have not done any of that stuff yet. If I decide to do a pump live, we're going to keep it under wraps, okay? I've gone back and forth on it. You know, on the one hand, to be like, yes, it'd be cool, be fun. You know, other hand, it's like, yeah, then you got the token out there in the wild. Don't know. I'm of two minds about it. We'll see what happens. I might do it. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if I do. Ricardo, what's up, man? Tether has a new stablecoin to meet requirements for the Genius Act. I think so, yeah. It's a U.S.-focused stablecoin, I guess. But yeah, Tether's just going to keep winning, man. That's what they do. Thanks for the advice. I thought I was unable to get Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid, man, let's go. Got to do stuff on-chain, man. This is the thing. Is like, I love trading on centralized exchanges. I don't know. I just find the experience to be quite nice. But I'm lucky because I can, right? A lot of people can't. They can't get on centralized exchanges like Bybit or Binance or whatever. So you have to go on-chain. You have to go on-chain to Jupiter or to Hyperliquid or something. If you want to do futures trading, or if you want to find exotic altcoins, you simply have to go on chain. If you're doing crypto and you're not on chain, you're not using some of these products, you're straight up missing out a big part of the experience. Lark, using Grok AI asked, will bottlenecks and data blob usage become an issue with Ethereum layer 2s? Kadena, look. And can Kadena mitigate these problems? Can it? Maybe. Will it? Don't know. That's a big question. Again, Adam, I'm praying for your bags, brother. I'm praying for your bags. I want them to go to the moon. I want Kadena to be the thing that makes you shit tons of money. Okay? I want it to be your contrarian bet that comes out and everybody just goes, holy shit, this was so obvious in hindsight. You know, why didn't we all score giant Kadena bags? And do you want me to do the thing where I go to DeFi Llama and show you the current metrics for Kadena? Let's do it. Kadena, total value locked under $1 million. Oh, come on, man. It's crazy. Stablecoin market cap 188,000. Crazy. Oh, those are not good metrics, my brother. Those are not good metrics. Now, maybe this is going to be the comeback kid. It's chain EVM shit's going to just revolutionize everything. And it was all just so obvious in hindsight. Oh, of course, Kadena was going to be the one that comes back from being basically completely dead to the new paradigm of money. Maybe. I know people were very bullish on Kadena a few years ago, but those are some brutal numbers, brother. Some brutal numbers. Maybe there's some, maybe DeFi Llama is missing some giant piece of the puzzle here, but holy crap. Anyway, continuing. Personal opinion has been that we are going to get into an extended cycle because we're in the asset maturation phase. The business cycle is nowhere even near topping right now. Rate cuts, loose financial conditions, all kind of stuff. Some bad shit can always happen, obviously, but I think we don't top until, well, sometime well into 2026, maybe even into 2027. Okay. When do you see Jupiter pumping? Don't know. I've been trying to look in Uranus. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong planet. It's Uranus. Okay. Classy, Lark. It's Uranus. Okay. Greek god, Euron. Okay. Just chill out. Anyway, Jupiter. I don't know. Brother. Can we get a Jupiter pump around here? Let's look at the charts. Haven't looked at the charts in a few days. Let's look at the charts real quick. It's not bad. Give me that. It ain't bad. Chart ain't bad right now. So we bottomed out here on the 7th of April, had a nice pump, put in a higher low. It's not bad. Another higher low here, another higher low here, higher low, currently staying at 20, 50-day EMA. You see a lot of coins are currently sort of down around these levels, 20, 50-day EMA retests currently in play. I think as a sort of short-term picture here, watching something like this as a potential sort of breakout. It's not great. Not a lot of touch points on the top here, to be honest. Ideally, you'd see some kind of second touch point up here, but yeah, let's see. As long as we maintain above this shorter term bottom trend line, price action is doing fine. The fact it's been 50 cents for so long is pretty brutal, considering it's one of the most used platforms on the Solana blockchain, but that has not seen the price go up, unfortunately. Okay. Still think Link can take off this cycle? Yes. Even though I don't have a bag anymore, I think that Link could definitely take off this cycle. Any thoughts on Morpho? Don't know enough about it. Have opinions. Sorry, Marty. You know it, baby. You know it. It's the best. Ricardo, I missed your question. It's an important question. Let me see where it is. Have you heard about unicorn fart dust? Yeah, I think we talked about it when it first came out. I have not paid any attention to it since then, Ricardo. Sorry. This was indeed a very important question. Unicorn fart dust is wholesome. Yeah, there's a lot of meme coins out there, man. A lot of meme coins. When it comes to meme coins, do they have volume? Do they have attention? Are they listed in enough places that people are going to bid them up? Okay. What do you think of the DOT 2.0 stuff they released on Twitter? Holy shit, is that... Oh my God, Polkadot. Somebody needs to gather him, like, I don't know, something to make him move faster. This is crazy, man. Polkadot 2.0 has been brewing for like a year and a half now or some shit. I remember back in early 2024, we were talking about Polkadot 2.0, weren't we? Now, where are we? They're releasing some stuff about it. Is that like it's happening tomorrow, or is that like, here's our roadmap to Polkadot 2.0? Man, Polkadot's so far behind. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Again, wishing Polkadot all the best. Hope that they, surge and do cool shit, and that everybody really gets behind everything that they're trying to do, et cetera, and everyone's bags go to the moon, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I think Polkadot has extremely struggled in a whole variety of ways. Not to say it's, nothing good's come out of Polkadot, but man, think about this. How much stuff's happening on Polkadot these days? Not a lot. Not a lot. Again, any blockchain that's out there has something happening on it. But look where the majority of money is going, okay? Where the majority of money and attention is going is where the majority of money and attention will be made. That's something you need to understand. Now, if you take these contrarian bets that Kadena is going to come back, or Oasis is going to come back, or Polkadot's going to be the next big thing and it's going to overtake Solana at some point or whatever, those are seriously contrarian bets. And if they pay off, you're going to do really, really well. But the chances of them paying off are, yeah, anyway. Release date for Chainweb EVM is 2025 Q4, 2026 Q1. Good. Fantastic. Looking forward to it, man. I hope it is the thing that changes it for Kadena for you. Okay? I really do. I hope your bag's pumping and you make a shit ton of money, brother. I really, really do, Adam. I'm guys, I always want you to know I'm rooting for you to win. I'm rooting for you to make money. Okay? That's what I want for you. I want you to make shit tons of money. I want you to, retire early and travel the world with your wife and kids and live your best life and live till you're 90 and all that kind of great shit. Okay. And a lot of that can be achieved by having the financial resources to do it, which is why I want everybody to win. Okay. To be clear. That being said, I've seen a lot of big tech upgrades in my days. Grandpa Lark mode here. Back in my day, I remember when tech upgrades fucking mattered. I've seen a lot of big tech upgrades over the last couple of years for blockchains, and they don't tend to matter that much. Not as much as people think they're going to, especially when a blockchain's already struggling like Kadena is. The Chainweb EVM might be the big defining moment for it, and it just soars. I hope so. I hope for your bags that it does, man. My kind of thought on it is that for a chain that's already not getting a lot of attention, a major tech upgrade may not be a game-changing moment for it. Get a bag of UFD. UFD is the only unicorn in the meme. UFD is the chosen one. Working for your bags, guys. I love it. AI16Z. Jordan, too, if you ever want to know what coins I hold, full portfolio disclosures, as always, in the YouTube description, pin comment over on X. I do not hold any AI16Z. I sold it a while ago. Round tripped a lot of profits on that one. C'est la vie. But it's not because the tech stack for the Eliza OS stuff is bad. It's just because, I don't know, a lot of drama over there. And I just not really into all that. I feel like you can have much more focused teams, let's say. MJR, what's up, man? One more question, then we got to go. What's a good coin to rotate my Ethereum into? Which one should I look into? I don't know, Jim, buddy. It's a good question. Good question. I don't know what your risk tolerance is. I don't know, what that's going to mean for you, what kind of tax situation you're looking at, all that kind of stuff. But if you're thinking about selling your ETH, is it just because of recent underperformance? Do you think it's going to go to a new all-time high, or was $5,000 the all-time high? Or if you think it's going to go to a new all-time high, I guess you're thinking that something else is going to go up higher. So I don't know what you're interested in. Are you interested in AI coins? Are you interested in DeFi coins? Are you interested in other blockchains? Do you think Solana is a better bet over Ethereum that's going to put in bigger gains? Risk adjusted, that's probably an interesting place to look at as an example. But I can't tell you what to do with your money. And I don't know which coin you should buy. And that's the tricky part, is that if I say, hey, Jim buddy, take all your ETH, sell it today, go buy Solana. Well, unless you understand what the value proposition of Solana is, if you don't believe that it can outperform ETH, which I do, I think it'll outperform ETH. If you can't look at that and say, okay, I get this, I understand the thesis, okay, then, yeah, then you're going to struggle. Then you're going to struggle to hold it and when anything bad happens. You have to figure out what coin you want to buy and why you want to buy it and why you want to hold it. Okay? Lark lost 200K in AI16Z. Nope. I did lose some money in it, though, but not very much. Not very much. I've mostly round-tripped a lot of profits. That's probably the biggest part of it. Anyway. Hey, join the inner circle. Norse, appreciate the shout out, man. That's awesome. Link down below. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, guys. You're awesome. I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.